السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. As you can see here on the board, you have the letters that we have been doing, the huruf tahajji, and on top of that, as you can see, there are these smaller shapes. They're half shapes. Now the way I tell the children about this is that I make a child stand in front with me and I say, now look at this person. You can see both the eyes, the nose, the mouth. But when you turn sideways, you'll only be able to see one eye, half the nose and half the lips. So I say the same way, these letters are the same. They don't change, but their shapes change. They become half shapes. So as you can see, the ba begins to look like this. And alif, as you can see, the a does not change its shape. It remains the same. So there are some letters that refuse to change their shapes. And some letters change, and they're so nice, they change into many shapes. For instance, here's ba, that's the, th. There you see j, ha, ho. And then you see the, ro, z. They don't change at all. They remain the same. You have sa like this, sh, so. Here you have do, and then at the bottom we have do and do that don't change their shape again. And look at a, how sweet a is. Look at the amount of ways that it changes its shape. So sometimes it looks like this at the end, it looks like this in the middle, it looks like the head of a hamza at the beginning of a word. Here again you have ro, and there you see ro again, and then dro. Both these letters really change themselves. They're very accommodating. And here you have fa, just that way, the head of the fa. Sometimes the children get this confused with wa, but you tell them that wa does not join. Here's qa, and then there's ka, which you can see the two different shapes of ka. And then you have la. You see the way la joins, and that's the thing about la, that it will come in the middle, and a would never. That's also something that the children confuse, a and la. And you see ma. You see ma as a little dot in the middle of a word. Then you have na, then you have wa. Wa doesn't change at all. Then you have ha. You see the way ha also has many shapes. Sometimes it just comes like a dip like that, or it'll come like, I call it like a round pretzel. And then you have ha, and then you have a, and then you have ya. You see the way a doesn't change at all as well. And there is ya. And ya is also a letter that looks that just has those two dots, like I had explained earlier. So these are the half shapes. And here on my table, you can see the way I have done these. This is the next exercise that the child will be doing. And what I've done is that I have placed the joining shapes, and then after that I have given their breakups on most of them. I think I've forgotten on some, but you can see the letters the way they actually are and the way what they look like when they join. And I've tried to do it in two colors, as you can see, red and then the black in the middle and then the red, so that the child can differentiate what's happening, the th and then the alif, as you can see here joining up. And how these letters, if this letter is only joining up because some letter comes from the back and joins up to the a. And the same thing happens with these are what you call the naughty letters, or the letters that do not want to join, or they're not very friendly letters. They'll only accept someone coming from the back and joining up with them. They would not join up with anybody in the front. And look at Hamza also. I say Hamza borrows a bucket. He cannot sit by him. He doesn't change its shape, but he borrows a bucket and he sits in it. There you go. Or sometimes he sits on top of the head of something, on top of the head of a wa or a ba or a ya. Sorry. Here, as you can see, can you see the breakup again? Look at this one. Again, different colors, though it's very close to see. And then here you see how the na. Sometimes the letters get a little bit. Look at the shape of the do and the ta. And then you have the la. A never joins. And then ha and th. Look at the way ra is sitting on the head of the ha. Okay, so here you go. This really helps the children to understand, the different shapes, and they get to practice this qala. And again, we're doing this in the phonetic sounds. Jata, and saying bata, khaza, yafara, ba'ada, bahama, يغو تم shala, yafa, qawa, ta. I tell the children that this is ta marbuta because this is a ha with 2 dots on its head. That's ta. Naqara, yahaba, nama. Do you see the way the ma is coming in its shape, different shape? The ghadha, do you see the way gha is bending over, changing itself into a different shape? Doesn't even look like its original shape. Here's the original shape in front of you. Look at that, and then look at this. Okay, yeah, ta doesn't change. And then you have bama, and then this is jada. You can see the letters at the back. So there's like a the child learns that, if he doesn't know, you can turn over the letters and see ba'a and bakhota. This is a little difficult. Where's the dot going and what's happening? And then if it doesn't know, turn it over and you see the letters. And then you have taza, and then again the letters taza. Okay, all right, and then this is ya. Okay, so that's 2 different letters. This didn't join to the ya.